Hi, my name is Todd Kurth. This is my YouTube channel, and one of my jobs here is to help people along their journey by describing what I had to go through on my journey. I want people to raise their vibration, overcome obstacles without medications, and be able to free themselves from the burdens of society and find their path. I'm also a truth teller oracle that's connected to Yahweh, and my crown is unlocked, my third eye is completely open, and I can see behind the veil, and I have the ability to travel beyond as well. What I'm going to tell you today is I'm doing this to allow people to operate in their higher selves. I want you to offer them forgiveness if I say anything that might cause people anger, pain, resentment. That is not my intention. I am here to bring what happens in the shadow to light. I am a messenger, and there's been a lot of things done in the shadow for way too long, and we're out of balance. And my job is to help bring that balance back. I want everybody to operate with their higher selves, so please do not have any anger, resentment, or hatred in your heart to the people that I'm going to mention during the time that I'm truth-telling. Please have forgiveness and offer forgiveness to the people that I'm mentioning if they have wronged you, and release that to God, and let the universe deal with it. That will release you of the burden of having to carry the weight of that on. So I want to clear. I'm going to allow Spirit to pass through. I'm ready. First point we're going to discuss is World War II time frame. The U.S. had open trade around the world, especially with Germany and Japan. The U.S. was coming out of the Great Recession, and Winston Churchill wanted the United States to enter into the European War. Winston Churchill and Roosevelt came up with a secret plan to stop all oil and trade with Japan and blame it on their aggression in Asia. Yet they did not do the same against Germany. They still sold oil and supplies to Germany as well as England. The United States supplied more than 80% of its oil. Auto production with Ford, GM, and Datsun was soon to come to an end. This would help initiate an attack by the Japanese against the United States, since the United States and Japan were allies for many years. And trading partners. They would squeeze them by cutting off oil. And leave a breadcrumb trail to the oil reserves in Hawaii. During the attack at Pearl Harbor, the United States already sunk 2 Japanese vessels prior to Japan firing the first shot. They purposely did not sound the alarm early or allow the military to be prepared. They called it an unprovoked attack. People need to realize that when you cut off anything that is a major supply, such as food, gas, resources, that is heavily used by a country or individual, it will cause anger, pain, and resentment, and retaliation. So Japan did attack based on anger that the United States cut them off. This initiated the United States to have the morale of the people to declare war against Japan, which in turn against Germany. The United States lied. They did this with Winston Churchill in the UK in order to motivate people into the war. It did not have to happen this way. War doesn't ever have to happen. But our government and other governments do this as a way to generate revenue, also favors between governments. The thorn was removed from UK's side when the US entered into the war.